Hello all, I am PW Inle working as an assistant professor at Sanjeevani College of Engineering, Kopargaon in Mechanical Engineering department. So on today we'll discuss about cavitation. So cavitation is the phenomenon of formation of vapor bubbles of a flowing fluid in a region where the pressure of liquid falls its vapor pressure. So if the pressure of flowing liquid is less than its vapor pressure, that is the pressure at which vapor bubbles formation is taking place. If it is less, then there will be a formation of vapor bubble and there is a sudden collapsing of these vapor bubbles in the region of higher pressure. So when the vapor bubble collapses, a very high pressure is created. So because of that, metallic surfaces is subjected to this high pressure and cause the pitting action on the surface. And these cavities are found on the metallic surface and also considerable noise and vibrations are produced. So that's why the pressure of liquid should be more than its vapor pressure. So cavitation includes formation of vapor bubble of flowing liquid and collapsing of the vapor bubble. Formation of vapor bubble of flowing liquid takes place only whenever the pressure in any region falls below the vapor pressure. Okay. What precautions we should take? The pressure of flowing liquid in any part of hydraulic system should not be allowed to fall below its vapor pressure. So absolute pressure head should not be below 2.5 meter and special materials for coating should be used. What are the effects of cavitation? The metallic surfaces are damaged and cavities are formed on the surfaces, and due to sudden collapse of vapor bubble, considerable noise and vibrations are produced, and efficiency of turbine or pump also decrease due to cavitation. Now next is characteristic curve of centrifugal pump. So there are two characteristic curve. First is constant speed characteristic curve and next is variable speed characteristic curve. So the characteristic curves of centrifugal pump are defined as those curves which are plotted from the results of a number of tests on the centrifugal pump. So if you are conducting number of tests on a centrifugal pump to calculate say manometric head, discharge, various efficiencies, you can have a plotting of this performance of a pump on the graph. That graph is nothing but characteristic curve. Okay. So these curves are necessary to predict the behavior and performance of a pump when pump is working under different flow rate, head and speed. So following are the important characteristic curves for the pump. Main characteristic or variable speed and operating characteristic curve. Okay. So in order to obtain the main characteristic curve of a pump, it is operated at different speed. So if you are taking readings or conducting trial at various or different speed, we can say it is a variable speed characteristic. Okay. It consists the variation of head, that is manometric head, power, discharge with respect to speed. For plotting of curve manometric head versus speed, discharge is kept constant, and for plotting the curve Q versus N, HM, that is manometric head, is kept constant. And for plotting Q versus N, so what we are doing, we are plotting the curves. Number one is head versus speed. Number two, Q versus N, and then HM is kept constant and Q and HM is kept constant. It is P versus N, okay, not Q. It is P versus N. So you can see here how we are getting this curve. This is very important. We have discussed in model relations, that is the relationship between model and prototype. We have to satisfy the four conditions. What are those? First one is specific speed of model equal to specific speed of prototype. Then flow coefficient of model equal to flow coefficient of prototype. Head coefficient of model equal to head coefficient of prototype. And power coefficient of model equal to power coefficient of prototype. Same thing we use over here. This is what? Yes, for plotting this Q versus N, you are getting straight line. Okay, because Q upon d cube N equal to constant. So D is constant, therefore Q is proportional to N. That's why it is straight line. So this is this curve we have drawn by taking reference of what? Q is nothing but Q by d cube n is what? Flow coefficient. Okay. Now how we are getting square curve? So by using this under root h manometric by dn. So it is h manometric d square n square equal to constant. Now d is constant, therefore h manometric is proportional to n square. That's why you are getting what? The curve between h and speed as a square curve. Why? Because it is proportional to n square. And what reference we are taking? We are taking the reference of head coefficient. Okay. And last one is what? Cubic curve. How we are getting cubic curve? P upon d to the power 5 n cube equal to constant. How we are getting these equations? Q upon d cube and then h manometric upon d square n square equal to constant, and P upon d to the power 5 n cube equal to constant. In model and prototype relationship, we have found out the equations for flow coefficient, head coefficient and power coefficient. That equations we have to use for plotting this characteristic. So if you are plotting this characteristic between power and speed, you are getting what? Power is proportional to n cube. So that's why we are getting what? Yes, cubic curve. So this is about what? Variable speed characteristic. And this variable speed characteristic as well as constant speed characteristic we have to draw by conducting the trial on centrifugal pump. So while discussing the trial on centrifugal pump, you will come to know how to plot this characteristic, constant speed as well as variable speed characteristic. Now next is, these are the constant speed characteristic. Okay. So if the speed is kept constant, the variation of manometric head power and efficiency with respect to discharge we are getting, that is known as operating characteristic of the pump. Okay. So this is discharge and this is on y-axis efficiency, power and head. So this is manometric head, go on decreasing. Efficiency is maximum and then again reduces, and this is what? Yes, we'll see here. Input power curve for the pump shall not pass through the origin because it is slightly away from the origin on y-axis. You are at zero discharge, some power is needed to overcome mechanical losses. Even if you are supplying some water, but there will be some loss in mechanical, there is some loss. Okay. So that's why this power, input power curve will start from this end, not from this origin. Okay. Next is head curve will have maximum value of head when discharge is 0. When discharge is 0, maximum value is what? Head. As discharge increases, head will be decreasing. And the output curve will start from origin, Q equal to 0. So output curve and overall efficiency curve will have same nature. Okay, like this. Okay. So efficiency curve also will start from origin, that is Q equal to 0, so efficiency equal to 0. So this completes the short introduction about cavitation and characteristic curves of centrifugal pump. So we stop here. Thank you.